When I think of Longwood, it's like a collage, but it really kind of boils down to probably the best 4 years of my life. I had so much fun.
Well, Longwood meant opportunity, independence, friendship, employment, and just the idea that doors would open for me with a college degree.
But I just made so many good friends and just had a really good time.
Longwood was a good place for me to be for the next stage of my development.
It was a place of experimenting with things you'd never tried before and being pushed to your limits and learning to go beyond them and pick up new things, open new doors, a place of camaraderie.
So I'm grateful that Longwood provided an environment that I could grow.
To me, Longwood was a place to get a good education to prepare me for the future.
I think I've always thought of it as home, whether a second home or just home.
I think the friends and the people were more important to me than the classes.
I mean, I look back at now and it kind of determined my life's path.
I think my favorite place would be Langford Building.
And I loved the Langford Building. There were those quiet study rooms upstairs, and then downstairs at that time was snack bar, bowling alley, billiard tables, where you could almost always find friends to have a game.
I loved the colonnade. I just thought the colonnade was really a neat place and a neat look.
Probably the prettiest place on campus was the Tab Colonnade.
For me, just walking across campus was refreshing because you looked out on these nicely manicured lawns and you see stately buildings, and that was uplifting just to be in that environment.
The big place was the roof of Main Cunningham. Starting in March, we would be up there on any sunny day, baking like a piece of bacon.
My other favorite place was sunbathing on the roofs.
Well, I always enjoyed the lawns there between Stubbs and the Student Activities Building. We would have various activities out there.
I like to spend my time like just walking through the neighborhood. I loved the trees in the fall. They just turned this gorgeous orange and red.
My fondest memory, oh goodness, probably mealtime, because we all got together. It was a set time, it was family style, and everybody had the food served on the table. And I did love their pecan pies. I should have gotten the recipe because they were the best pecan pies. To this day, they're the best I ever had.
I think of people, and so that brings to mind roommates and sorority events, sorority sisters. So that's what I think of.
I think maybe graduation.
But it all revolves around dorm life. When I was there, you had to live in the dorm for all 4 years. And hall life, or suite life, or room life was, very much fun.
Oh, I think my fondest memory was just taking classes that I enjoyed and kind of determining what it was that I wanted to do, and taking political science courses was something that really gave me joy.
My sophomore year, I went on a blind date with a young man from Hampton-Sydney College, and this ended up being my future husband. I graduated from college Saturday, June 5th, 1971. He graduated from college the next day, and then we were married the following Saturday, June 12th. So coming up here in a couple of weeks, we will be celebrating our 50th wedding anniversary. So we're excited about that, and Longwood definitely had a role in that. So
a tradition that I remember clearly is gathering in the rotunda before dinner, before the doors would open for the dining hall, and we would all sing. And I guess that helped to build camaraderie.
And that was just, we all loved that, and everybody sang. So that's a very fond memory.
We would sing songs about Mary Margaret Truman, and we would sing Joan of Arc and the Blue and White song, and we would harmonize, and it was just an awesome feeling, particularly at Christmas time when we would sing carols.
Okay, I think my favorite one would be the huge, beautifully decorated tree that would be placed in the rotunda. It was always just such a large tree that you just had to stand back and be in awe of it.
I think my favorite tradition was Kai. That is just so Longwood. Your freshman year, it's exciting, and then you spend the next 3 years trying to figure out who's on it, and I think that was probably the best tradition there.
Favorite tradition was I guess the class wars between the different classes, and that kind of gave a lot of camaraderie.
We would have an end of the year picnic. The food service would have this incredible picnic. And to the best of my memory, it was in front of Cox. There was a long grassy expansion, and then it curved around.
They would put on a spread like you wouldn't believe.
The food was outstanding.
They had steamships of beef. They had steamed shrimp. They had all sorts of salads and desserts and watermelon, and it was a fun time. It was a time to take your mind off of studying for the exams and have a true break.
But it would just be full of girls and food and blankets, and it was just a great way to end the year. And we really enjoyed that. We had incredible food at Longwood.
The monthly birthday dinners were a big hit, and they were served buffet style, just like all the other dinners.
Well, mainly the fact that I didn't have to cook it.
Birthday and baked Alaska. The flaming baked Alaska being carried in by all the waitresses.
Most certainly breakfast.
I love that. It's called jabbing the chicken. You would stand at your place until grace was said before you could sit down. And sometimes those pieces of chicken were not equal. And so as soon as you got there, you took your fork and you jabbed it into the piece that you wanted. And then and all this, forks are hanging out. And so as soon as they said amen, on the way down, you grabbed your fork and you put it on your plate.
The meals were just really a fun family time together, and everybody enjoyed those.
Well, I think the birthday celebrations and the baked Alaska.
We had family style service, which allowed you the opportunity to get to know other people.
I think the most important thing I learned at Longwood was getting along with different kinds of people.
I think Longwood reinforced values that I already had. It strengthened my tendencies to work hard and to be responsible to the job at hand.
Well, I think the main thing was that I was capable and could accomplish things that at first seemed maybe a little difficult or even scary.
Discretion is the better part of valor, and naps are good.
We all come from different areas. We have different experiences. We learn in different ways.
And it taught me to just stay on track all the time, make lots of good connections and friends.
To respect myself and to respect others.
I really miss that sense of community and just always having somebody you could talk to.
I miss the camaraderie.
Just the joking and the laughing and the hilarity and the emotion.
I think just the camaraderie that I did develop with folks.
Having a ready-made dining experience every night. It was good. It would be good food and good company with no preparation.
Probably the lack of responsibility, no bills to pay.
The dorm life and the lack of adult responsibilities.
The fact that I had absolutely no responsibility. Somebody fed me, somebody did my laundry, everything was taken care of.
The tremendous sisterhood of a small girls' school where you may not have known everybody's name, but you knew everybody's face.
I love Longwood. I always have. Go green and whites.